And hello, and welcome to The Lifestyle Stylist. This is my beautiful friend and actress, Tiffany Yvonne Cox. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I love you so much.
I love you.
She just killed this photo shoot, by the way. Oh my God, I can't wait till you guys see it. But can we just talk about this food real quick before we dig into it and get into it? It's kind of pretty. Want to show them?
I want to show them.
All those colors. And stuff. Thank you. I cooked. Thank you.
And it tastes very good.
Say it again.
It tastes. Chef's kiss.
Thank you. All right. Please feel free to eat as we talk.
I will.
Even if your mouth is full, we'll get through. It's very casual.
Okay.
Have fun.
I'll try not to smack too much.
And if you do, they heard somebody smack
Live
before.
with it.
So, as you know, you've seen, me do these interviews a couple times before.
Mm-hmm.
It's very relaxed. We have a lot of fun. We're just going to start from the beginning and your upbringing, where you're from. And I know your story, but no one else does. So it's like where you're from, your childhood, your family, how you got into acting. And we'll go from there and just kind of have fun.
Wonderful. So I am first generation Trinidadian, and my father came to the States for a better life. So joining the military was a way for him to get a citizenship and also to get an excellent job. Within that, at some point, he met my mother. She moved up here from Trinidad as well. And so when they had us, we were first generation and military brats. So we moved all over the United States. I moved 14 times. I went to 8 different schools.
14?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. And that truly made me resilient.
Okay.
Also, just when you're a military brat, you become aware of how fast you need to make friends. So I knew I needed to make friends within 2 weeks before I was a weird kid, because I was always a new kid. So I'm very adaptable, very much a chameleon. And a space where it was easy to make friendships was theater, drama class.
Okay.
So that was a space where I started to gravitate towards. And how I became an actor was that I was a sophomore in high school, once again drama class, did a show called Bang Bang You're Dead by William Master Simone. And it
what grade?
I was in 10th grade in high
10th
school.
grade, okay.
Mm-hmm, in high school, right. So did this show that was written right after the Columbine shootings. And it follows this kid, Josh, who kills his friends, teachers, and he's sitting in jail and realizes the tremendous effect that his horrific actions have had on all these people and himself. So we did this play for other high schoolers, and we would do a talk back afterwards and ask them, did anybody in the audience ever feel like Josh? It was our second performance, and a guy stood up and said, I've always felt like Josh, but now I know I can't do the things that he did. Just the power of words.
Right.
And that's why I became an actor. So I cut my teeth on the stages of Chicago. That's where after doing 2 internships in different spaces, I came to Chicago. So I was like, ooh, New York's too big and LA's too big. I heard Chicago has theater. So went there and started working pretty immediately because of the internships that I had done at the Milwaukee Rep and also at PCPA Theater Fest.
Okay,
And
say that again slower. The Milwaukee what?
I know, the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. It is one of the oldest theaters that still has a company of actors. They build their entire season around the company of actors that they have. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, baby. But being an intern there, which it was grueling. Like you get paid, if I remember correctly, $50 a week.
Wow.
They gave us housing and they told us to go on food stamps, basically. But let me tell you, I came out of that program with some of the most wonderful people, also understanding what it takes to be an actor and how much work it takes. And we did a Chicago showcase. And when people see Milwaukee Rep on your resume, they want to hire you. So I got hired immediately when I got to Chicago.
That's interesting.
Yep, it was within 3 months. I had 2 different theater jobs. So I was able to quickly get my career going and actually be on a stage. Chicago Shakespeare Theater was like my theater home while I was there. I would do usually somewhere between 2 to 3 shows a year there. And when you're working on stage, my God, it's such a difference economically, like what you're getting paid. So I was so thankful to be at a Tony Award-winning theater, being able to continue to build my craft and also be able to pay for the life that I had.
With theater.
With theater.
And so obviously then theater is where you started.
Yeah.
And when you say cut your teeth, that's what you mean. Like you started cutting your teeth. I mean, that's where you got your start, was in
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, got
On
it.
the Chicago stages, exactly.
Okay.
So that was my start. It built my resume. It also just made me a really, really excellent artist. That's the thing about Chicago, because it's about the
So you know, I'm from Gary, Indiana, so I'm right there.
Yes,
I hung out in Chicago.
exactly. So, you know, it's about the story.
Yeah.
It's so about building an authentic story. And if you're out there just to like try to be a star, baby, you're gonna learn real quick that this ain't it. This is not the place to do that. They're gonna look right over you. And at that time, I was there.
And you know I gotta do this because I'm
Of course,
Gotta
do
get the lid off
what
you.
do.
Yeah.
You see her, y'all. You see her. But Dick Wolf started the whole like Chicago Fire, PD,
Right. Yes.
exactly, when I was there. And so I had my first role on Chicago Fire. And just honest to goodness, I saw that check and I was like, I could buy a house one day if like I keep working like this. Like this is what people are getting paid. Talk to my reps and they're like, great. Also hold your horses. You should get your union card. You should get a reel together before you like try to move to a bigger city to really pursue TV and film. So I did all that. I did that for about 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
And then I moved to LA, and thank God I did that and received that guidance, because once again, I started working again within about 3 months of moving here, because I had the reel, I had the union status. And
Sorry.
go.
I realized, first of all, it's hard to eat and talk. Because we are not eating and talking, and I want to eat so bad, but it's hard. It really is, all the talking we're doing.
Yeah.
When you were in Chicago, you did theater. What made you want to get into TV and film? Was that just the next stage, like, that you want to do, or just kind of all kind of flows together? If
Money.
that makes sense. Okay, there it is. Money.
I will
Got
be
it.
real honest. Money.
Okay.
But also, somebody had said to me, and this is such a lie, and I was young, but I believed it. They had said to me at some point, you know, the real work is on the stage. It's not on camera. That is like the worst thing that you can ever say to somebody who's coming up. And then, of course, trying to be a good actor. Oh, of course, the real work's on stage. It's not in front of the camera.
Right.
And then I did Chicago Fire. And I was like, what in the world? The collaboration that was happening, the work that was happening. Instead of having, 2 months of doing a show, I had about... And for that, it was a very, it was a car accident. I had a broken nose. So it was a lot involved.
Wow.
So I did there had to be like somewhere between 10 to 20 takes
Okay.
that we were doing to get all the elements of it. So my 20 shows happened within that one day.
Got it.
And then as well, taking a look at how all the artists that are involved immediately in the moment versus with stage, it's a lot of that truly is on the background. You're not, me as an actor, I'm not seeing them. I just come to the front on the stage and do the thing. So it was amazing to be in collaboration with all of these people, making excellent storytelling and getting paid a living wage.
There it is. Now, do you feel like acting was always what you wanted to do? Because I know you said because you were in this class in high school is where it really pushed you, like, I'm doing this. Was there another career you thought you wanted before that?
I thought maybe I would like try my hand at interior design, because my godmother had started that before she became a doctor, and I was like, ooh, I just found it interesting and fascinating. But truly, acting came quickly, and it was like, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. It feels great to be in this space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we talked about it. What college did you go to?
I went to Catawba College in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's about this big. We had, it was so tiny. I mean, we had a couple thousand students.
Wow, that tiny?
It was tiny. It was the size of a high school.
Okay.
Yeah, of like a large high school, I should say, is what the size of it was. But it taught me how to be an excellent human. It gave me really great basics when it came to acting. And also it was a place where when I visited, it felt like home.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it because I went to an HBCU as well. St. Aug, yes.
Oh, because I'm in an HBCU. I wish. It is not.
I'm sorry, it's not. I said as well. I mean, I went to an HBCU.
Got you.
Because I'm thinking because you were in North Carolina and I was too in Raleigh, North Carolina. So yeah. Okay, so to back it up even more, how was your childhood? Like, do you feel like your parents were okay with whatever you did in your life, or were they were those parents like, no, you got to get a real job? Like, what was that like?
My parents are Caribbean. My mother was like, do as you please. Okay. My father came with a new fact every day of how actors do not work, how much they make, which is next to nothing. He was not for it. But I got to give it to him, because once I came out of school and I just had a vow for myself. I'm not going back home. I want to be able to live on my own, do my own thing, really try this acting world and just do it. And I did do that. And so then he was there the whole time during my climb as I became, just as I was working from stage to stage to stage to TV and beyond. And was so proud and completely let go of that mindset he had, which is a very Caribbean mindset. You can't blame him, man. That's how he grew up. So I have to say he's nearly my biggest cheerleader now, where he's calling me. He was like, oh, they saw you on this show, or, oh, can you come talk to this group, or, oh, I was telling them about this thing you're up to. So
I love that. So you were in Chicago, tell me again, 3 years?
5.5 years.
Oh, 5.5. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so how did you get the move? How did you do it? How did you get to LA?
I got to LA after doing Chicago Fire. So after shooting that, I was like, that little seed I had way back that somebody tried to squash, they buried it. It sprouted. Okay. Once I did Chicago Fire and realized my enjoyment, realized that I could do my same art and also make a really good living off of it. And so everything I did after that for the next 2 to 3 years, it was geared towards making sure that I was ready to do TV and film. Okay. So I was taking classes. If I took a role in a show, I approached it as if it was on camera. Okay. And what that means is that, I think Denzel said it so well, you don't need to act bigger or act smaller. It's just how I relate to the people that I'm with. So I'm talking to you right now, and I just made this gesture. This is big enough. If I'm talking to somebody that's way back there, I might do it more like this so they can really see the gesture. Yes, technically that's bigger, but I'm just relating to the person a bit differently. Makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So I started practicing that. I started practicing that with the roles I had on stage versus just making it theater. I was like, if I can make it more honed in and natural and be focused in on the person more so I can be prepared when I'm really just focusing on TV and film. Also, any opportunities that came, I told my reps that when I was there that, hey, push me for more TV and film. I want to make the plan to move to LA. And so they gave me more opportunities, more auditions. I think I booked 2 more roles, and I booked 3 commercials. And so that gave me my union status and also gave me enough to have a reel where I was like, all right. And also at the time, I'm saving up my money because I heard it.
You need to. Girl. What year did you move out here?
I moved here 2015.
Oh, okay. You're much newer here than me. I moved out here in 2004. Okay. So my first apartment was $700. But I was way out though in Redlands. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's war.
$700.
That's bar. Yes, war.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, saved up my coins. So I had enough for 6 months because also I was like, you hear about people moving to these huge cities. No longer am I a big fish in a small pond. I'm a little guppy. So get ready, sis.
But you had 6 months saved.
I did.
Girl, I probably had a month worth. Maybe even not even. I had like $1,000, I think, when I moved out here. Now I had a fiance at the time.
Yeah.
But he had $3,000. We had no money. Okay. But we did it. Packed up our cars and left. And So you do what you got to do, and here you are.
And here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am almost a decade later, and I am so proud to say that I've been a successful working actor for more years here than what am I trying to say? More years than I was in Chicago. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you favor one over the other? It's me, like, I know it's gonna get you in trouble. Theater or TV and film, or is it kind of like
they are neck and neck because they do provide different things.
Mm-hmm.
I really try to do one stage show per year if I'm able to. And for what is theater? You get to like indulge and take time to rehearse and build this thing with your peers that you're acting with. And with TV and film, you do a lot of that work at home, and then you bring it onto the sound stage or set. Exactly. And then it's through the process of the season that you're building this thing with the other actors that are around. Also, things are shot out of order, you know, so So like you don't get like a single through line that's happening the entire way.
And I'd be like, okay, what is this again?
Right. What
are we
is
doing?
this?
What should I have? Oh yeah.
Exactly. But with TV and film, like, the realism of it, you don't have to, you can just, it's just like we're here right now, you make it as realistic as possible. So it's really cool when like all of a sudden one day it's an office, the next day somebody has built an entire hospital for you in that room.
Exactly.
You know, or one day you are told, okay, we're going to do this scene. Actually, we're going to add in a wedding. And then the next thing you have a wedding dress. And you're like, what?
Listen, they be throwing so much at us in our department. It's like, okay.
Right. Y'all really do it with small, too.
Yeah, like, got it. No biggie. Meanwhile. Yeah. So let's talk about how we actually met.
Yeah.
And the big show that you're on. Yay! So Tiffany, as you all should already know, she is on the great show Reasonable Doubt. We're now going into season 3. Yay! I'm so proud of you guys.
That
so proud of you.
I'm very thankful.
Yes. Me and Tiffany met on Reasonable Doubt, and I fell in love with her day one. I was like, oh, this is going to be my girl. Just so sweet and just kind and just patient and just a beautiful spirit. So we have fun together. It was a lot of fun. I was on season 1. So I think we set the bar. No.
Yes, y'all did.
I was a set costumer for Reasonable Doubt season 1. And that's how we got to know each other. Yeah. And for you guys who may not know what that means is that I am the person that's on set with the characters, with the actors. We make sure their clothing is steamed, looks good, buttons sewed on, whatever it is, and make sure they have the right costume on, first of all, for the scene that we're doing. And it is on the proper way that it was. Like, continuity pretty much is what we do with costumes. And that's how me and you met.
Yeah.
So now you guys are filming in Atlanta.
Yes.
Boo.
Yeah.
So I want to be there.
I want you to be there too. Shoot.
What do you think? What do you want to see happen? I guess maybe because we had season 1. 2 out here. I didn't get to watch it yet, but that it was so much more drama. I don't even know how Ramla does it because like the writing is so amazing. Is there anything that you want to see happen in 3?
Yes.
And I know you of course you can't say anything, but you haven't even read anything yet.
When I tell you,
but
look, they keep it zipper tight because y'all gotta understand. Ramla came from Scandal. She came from Shondaland, so they don't say anything. None of us know anything that's happening. We do not know until we receive the script. So the same way our viewers are watching it, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next time? We doing the same thing. The same exact thing as we're filming. What's gonna happen next time? We don't know. So, gosh, there's so many things I'm excited for and that I wish for. Like one, my character, Autumn Owens, we haven't met her wife yet.
We haven't.
So I look forward to meeting my wife.
Okay.
Here's hoping. I don't know.
Hoping.
I keep on telling the writers. I'm like, are we gonna meet my wife? I want to meet my wife.
It's about time, right?
Right. Right. Exactly. Let me meet her. Let's let the audience meet her
Exactly.
as well.
And let's tell them about your character, like who you are in this series for those who haven't seen
Yes,
it.
exactly. So Autumn Owens is a self-proclaimed best friend to Jax, our lead. Autumn is a part of the Ladera ladies.
Yes.
And Autumn is love. She's love. She's kind. She's got a smart head on her shoulders. She's a therapist. So she be therapizing out here, you know, like she will decipher a situation and also is able to weigh the two sides of it, like let you know when like, yeah, girl, I got you back. You deserve this. And also like, well, maybe you need to look at it this way and not just blame someone. Her heart's in the right place. Sometimes it be the wrong advice when people are doing things incorrectly. But that's the world of Autumn. Yeah.
Now, I love the Ladera ladies because on screen, obviously, you have to make it look real. But I think even off screen, just watching you ladies, it still feels real. And I love that sisterhood. Yeah. So just so y'all know, it's real because I can attest to it. But that's what I love, that everything's very authentic. And it was just such an amazing time working on set with everybody. Everybody was just chill and great and just good energy to be around. So it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
We pulled in some hours, but we had a great time doing it, though. And I think that matters with the people you're around for as long as you need to be there.
And we felt it the same way, like us actors with the crew. Like we obviously, like, you know, we connected with so many crew members. And that does not always happen on TV and film sets where it's so busy. Everybody is truly overworked and overtired. Like the hours are wild for TV and film. Yeah. So to be in a set with an excellent story, excellent cast, excellent crew, it was inevitable that like many connections would form because it's not just us.
Right.
There are so many other people. Yeah. Well, shoot, y'all saw Tim Joe. You know, there's so many other people where these connections have blossomed over years. Like Shelly just said, you ain't been back since season 1, and we moving on to season 3 right now.
Exactly, and we're still friends.
Yeah, and we're still friends. Yeah.
I love it. So before we move out of acting, is there a role that you haven't played yet in your career that you want to play?
Oh my gosh, when this question gets asked to me. So let me tell you, I love romance.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Love a good rom-com.
Baby. So I'm Sex in the City, Harlem, Run the World.
I love it.
Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce.
Oh my God, I love. Okay, I'm sorry. I got too excited. Sorry. I love that show.
That is where I would love to be. We get a taste of it, honestly, with the Ladera ladies, but like that's not what the show's about.
That's not what it's about, right?
Right, the show's about Jax, as it should be.
Yeah.
So where's that spinoff, y'all? I would love to see a spinoff of the Ladera ladies. I look forward to the next beautiful, just romantic rom-com, half hour, or a movie that we get to see, and I would love to live within that world.
Okay. Now, you don't stay in front of the camera. You like to be behind the camera as well, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? We're going to keep that.
No, we can definitely talk about it. Yeah, it's a part of me.
What do you like to do behind the camera? Directing, right?
I do. Okay. So I also write and I direct. And honestly, this came from moving to LA. Because I didn't do it in Chicago. I didn't do that beforehand. It was like, I am an actor. I am on the stage. And then you get to LA and you're working. Right? Like I was booking things. I was working. But you might book 5 jobs for the year, and they could be like co-star, guest star, commercial, and they last 1 day to 2 weeks. That's a lot of time in between of doing nothing. So, of course, you can take classes, which I have and do at times, but also I was interested in just creating more opportunities for myself. So I started writing. I wanted to like put my stories out there as I gave myself permission that like I can move in this realm, and it has just like continuously unfolded over time where I have done 3 short films. I've directed about 7 different projects now, working on my first feature film right now. I pray that we will be filming at the end of this year.
Already done.
Yeah, thank you. I keep on saying it, so it is reality. I got to shadow Anton Cropper season 2 as I work towards getting more work with directing on television as well. So I've just allowed myself to expand as a storyteller, because that's what I realized. I was like, I like to tell stories.
Yes.
I enjoy community. I also enjoy uplifting voices. My personal mission, if you look on my website, it says exposing the world one story at a time. So instead of waiting for somebody to give me the job to do that, I was like, no. Let's go ahead and also create these jobs for other people and myself.
Exactly. And this is why I do this. I just created it because I wanted to do this. I'm like, let me create it for myself.
Brilliant.
Figure it out from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so like we said, I think I said at the beginning, this is Mother's Day month. This is May. And you are a mother.
Yes.
Of 2 beautiful babies.
Thank you.
They're
My baby
so
dragons.
good. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're all the things. Tell me, how do you juggle it all?
How do I juggle it?
One day at a time.
One day at a time, 1 second at a time. But truly, putting one foot in front of the other. And something I had to recognize was allowing for help.
Yes.
And asking for help. And sometimes that help will look different than when you think you want it to be, or how you would plan it, but it's okay. Like, I had to start letting go of some things.
Yeah.
I can't be Superwoman. I can't do it all.
We can, but we don't need to be.
But we don't need to. Exactly. But we don't need to. And as well, like, when I'm in a moment, indulge in that moment. Yes. I get to indulge in this incredible moment right now. Or if I'm with my kids, like, put the phone away.
Yes.
Indulge in the moment, like, right here with them.
Yes.
And also I will plan out times in certain ways. I have a wonderful husband who's a partner in this whole shebang with me as well. So
he was here today.
He helps out a lot. The babies didn't want to leave.
Right, they did not, because of Auntie Shelley. Thank you.
It was a lot of coercing to leave. So I'm thankful for his support, and as well, like, we've worked out timing. So who's picking up, dropping off the kids? Yeah. If I'm working, my mom or my dad might fly out, or maybe I take the kids and they meet me there, and then that's so cool. Like, I was shooting a film in Vancouver, and my dad came out for like the entire couple of weeks that I was there. Like, how fun is that? Love it. So I'm thankful to be able to call upon my people and not be afraid to ask for help. And then where we can, like, figuring out where's the trade-offs of where somebody picks something up that I can't pick up for myself.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, last thing before we end this interview, is there anything else that we should know about Tiffany Yvonne Cox?
Ooh, so anything else you should know? You know what? A big thing for me that it has just unfolded over time, but I'm going to start claiming this word, but just very much being an artivist, the amount of work that I do as a union member. The union I'm part of is SAG-AFTRA. That's the Actors Union. And some time back, I was asked to run for a board position. I did it, and I received one of them. And then my world opened up to the possibilities of what I can do to help out other actors, or to help out just my fellow brethren. So I was the big one that pushed equity in hair and makeup. The language that I created for resolution was put into our contracts so that we have qualified hair and makeup artists on set, and also so that we have consultations.
Yes.
And that artivism also has gone into the work that I've done somehow with that I've built. So I did a short film called Roadside Assistance about a real conversation I had with a police officer, and it's to combat police brutality and uplift empathy and allyship. And then I was hired as a director for Star Vehicle, a short film about the Diversity Day Player. So it's been amazing where I've been able to be in a space of, like, just allowing for stories that uplift spaces where people are not aware that we need to hear that voice. We need to hear that experience. We need to do better in this moment. And then even for my feature film, I came to find out, because of SAG-AFTRA, that the disabled community, the lack of roles on screen. I never thought about that. Yeah, you don't think about that. A lot of the disabled community, they're just in war movies.
Yeah. I never thought about it.
Right? Or if you see someone who is deaf, you don't get to see a full-fledged relationship. You see a moment.
That's true.
So for my film, I decided to create one of the leads who's deaf.
I love that.
Yeah. And so it's been cool to understand and learn more about that community, and how to honor them, and how to give them a voice, pun intended, you know, like in a space where it's like the community is just like sat over there and like you feel as if you can't communicate with them. Yes, you can communicate with them.
Exactly.
Yes, you can, even if you don't know sign language. So it's been wonderful being able to tell my stories, but also, since I do have a little bit more of a platform, find a way to incorporate those who need their stories exposed as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you. I love you. You know, my love runs deep for this one. I tell Shelly she is an easy yes all the time. She makes me look beautiful when y'all be seeing me on these red carpets. She did an incredible job with this magazine spread. And y'all see the artistry of this gorgeous plate as well.
That we've been trying to get to the whole
We're going to get to it. But we had so much to talk about. So thank you. Truly thank you for just having me in your world.
Absolutely. I love you. Thank y'all for watching The Lifestyle Stylist. I love y'all. Keep watching, please.